Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Motor Mania Garage. John here telling you about one of the great classics of all time, a 1941 Cadillac Cut. This one came into our shop a little over a year ago for a customer. Kind of sat in the back room where a lot of things do, as we know. Projects put on the back burner waiting for decisions, what they're going to do. It's going to be back to a classic, custom ride, what we're going to do. So many other changes went through. We ended up picking this one up from the owner and doing our own flip on it. I felt to do justice to it, it needed to be restored back to its great quality of when it came out off the showroom floor. And a little bit of customization was done back in the day from a dealership back in 1941. This one is the original 3-speed on the column, or as I always say, 3 on the tree, which means the shifter was located on the column. A lot of you car enthusiasts these days don't even know what that means, but yes, the 6 shift was actually on the column. Some of it was very hard to learn these days, but back then it was a norm. That's how it came out of the dealership. So this was the classic man's ride, the businessman, the family man who wanted to have a little bit more luxury for his wife and his kids and making a statement on that Sunday drive or going to church or however it be. So a couple cool, really neat features on this, of course, is the hood ornament. Cadillac set the bar. Hood ornaments and motor meters, as we would call them back then, was the epitome of classic and the industry, how your car looked back in the day. This one on a Cadillac, you can never mistake it for anything else, of the beautiful, elegant lady on the hood, flowing like in the wind. That's what it's about. She actually is a dual purpose, not only for the elegance and to draw you into the car, it's actually the hood latch for the car. So you actually have to caress the lady and lift her up. It's very neat. All the other jewelry, as I always like to call it, or the chrome on the car, is just amazing what they did in 41 compared to what we have nowadays. Look at the fine lines, all the fender skirts, trims and we have on this car. It just flows. Cadillac made a statement for itself. They wanted to be above and beyond the Buick, the Oldsmobile, anybody else in the area that would just show how great they were. From the duals, from the seats in the back where you had more foot room, more leg room for comfort as you're being driven around sometimes by your husband, or a lot of times in this was a chauffeur if you were a businessman. Now, one other great epic thing we want to talk about is if you look at the driver's and passenger side door, there are 3 iconic little notations on there. I believe this one says E, T, and A. They are actually chrome pieces that were actually molded into the body from the dealership, that if you want to personalize your car, the first person who bought this off the dealership lot, you put your initials on the car. You know, it's a lot of people had the protective plates, all the other warranty things. This was actually on your car from the dealership. Very neat feature that they would do. Now, as you're looking at the car, Cadillac also had a stance back in the day of a 2-tone paint job. This was the very sleek look of the silver metallic lower half and the silver, like a grayer metallic on the upper half to kind of give it that great 2-tone look. And what they did is they matched it with a couple of things that a lot of people didn't think in the day would work, but you have a 2-tone silver that was all over the car. The emblems of a Cadillac had multiple colors, and if you look at all the hand-painted things that we did, Ryan went through and hand buffed out all the pieces on his car. Many hours on this car, taking it all completely apart, buffing it all out, and then actually hand painting with. It goes right down to the wheels. Wheels and tires make a car. I've always said this, no matter if it's a barn find or the newest car you're putting into a show that you're going to take on tour. The beautiful white walls on this car, and Ryan sandblasted and painted all the rims to that bright red of a Cadillac. As you're looking at the wheels and tires and going around the car, a couple things you will notice is that back in the day, Cadillac had a couple different hubcaps, I guess we'll call them, for the inserts, for the chrome centerpieces. These were original to the car. Ryan wanted to restore these to keep that chrome piece on there. So we took off the emblems, repolished them, re-hand painted every single emblem, all the way with the little ducks and birds on those, to the black, the red, and of course the gold enhancements on those. Repolished those and put those back on again with the beautiful red clear coat and paint that's on there. We did upgrade to the Coker white walls all the way around here. Coker has been a signature statement in the hot rodding and classic car industry for years, and they just give this car a beautiful look with the new radial tires around here to give it that perfect classic stance as how it would come off the showroom floor. But given that little bit of question mark of what did they do to it to make it look more modern and take a cruise down the roads. Now, back in the day, power steering was not a big thing, but we actually switched this out to the suspension, and we actually upgraded to a rack and pinion steering with a upgraded, more modern power steering unit on the car. Helps handle this car because this is a big steering wheel. Back in the day, when they didn't have power steering, everybody realized that those wheels are so big, it's to help turn those big wheels and radiuses on these cars. So we upgraded that. This car is great for cruising. You take it anywhere. You know, you're talking 70, 80 miles an hour on the highway these days, and take it anywhere you want. It's a beautiful, smooth ride. Again, I refer to it a lot on these big luxurious cars. It's a couch on wheels. Who would not want to be in there? The dual ashtrays in front and rear are all over the place on this one. The vent shades, as you look back on the outside of the car, little vent shades, all the little trim and jewelry, again, as I always go back to say, are all over a Cadillac. Now, again, underneath the hood, we did so many upgrades on this thing to make it run more modern, again, with today's fuel and systems that we have out there. We upgraded all the wiring systems, the fuel systems, we economized that. Braking systems were done. A lot of work was done mechanically. The beautiful thing about this car is that we are in Wisconsin. This one actually came out of down south, so there was not a lot of rust repair for Ryan to do. We did a couple little spot welds and filled in some holes that we didn't like some of the trim that was on it, but then Ryan restored and kind of put his own little touches that you'll see in the video that you can see are not really normally on a 1941 Cadillac. I love this car, enjoy it very, very much. I'm a little sad to see this one going down the road because I fall in love with everyone that comes through here, but just like anything, got to keep the shop going. So take a look at this Cadillac, you're going to love it, and I'll see you in the next video.